everyone, this is me coming off the map from a break again. It's been a really rough month. I was diagnosed with, I believe it's called, if I can pronounce it right, hyperemesis. Hi everyone, I am back after a long break. I've been really sick actually, and having a really hard time. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know what's going on with me because I've just been extremely sick. The end of last month, I was diagnosed with hyperemesis gravidarum, if I can say it correctly. It's also known as HG. If you don't know what HG is, you can go Google it. Basically, it is severe morning sickness, to the point where you have to stay medicated all the time so that you can keep food down because you can't stop throwing up. It's exhausting beyond anything I've ever been through in my life. When I was put on bed rest with Jamie, it was more of a worry to lose the baby. This time it's been just constant sickness, beyond what I can even explain. It was the point before I got diagnosed where I would throw up all night long, just over and over and over and over again, and I would have to sleep for an entire day to make up for it, and then it would just start right all over again. I actually thought I had food poisoning, but then it just kept happening. So I was admitted after 4 days of barely being able to keep food down. We went to the ER, and I spent 30 hours with a saline drip and trying to find medications to subside the nausea. So I actually have a mild form of hyperemesis, which is just insane to me that this is the mild form. So for those women that have it in the moderate to extreme form, like they have in-home nurses and PICC lines and are on constant bed rest and they cannot move. My heart just goes out to them because I only have the mild form, and I feel like this is just pure hell. I would not wish this upon my worst enemies. It has been so hard on me, and it doesn't help that I already have anxiety and depression because those are the side effects of having HG. So it's just made everything worse. Not only worse in this way, but it's also affected Porter greatly because we've been stuck in the house for a month. So I finally decided yesterday, I've been starting to feel better with the balance of medications I'm on. So I decided I need to try to get my house in shape because it's been a huge cause to my anxiety and depression that my house is bad. And if you've seen me before, you're like, oh, your house doesn't get that bad. My house is literally a pigsty. I feel like a slob, and a lot of it's because I don't have the strength or energy to do anything. So I'm going to try really hard. I realized many things over this last little bit. Number one was how to ask for help, because I didn't have another option. I have had neighborhood people bring us dinners for my family, come to my house to help me clean. People have been so kind to me, and I don't know how I'd survive without other people helping me. So I've learned to ask for help when usually I go, oh, it's okay, we'll live, we got it. Airport, I've been battling all morning. And that's been a huge wake-up call for me. Another thing I've learned is to find light in the darkness, because this has been really dark for me, and I had a couple weeks where it was just severe depression, where it's like, why am I here? And there's no point if I can't take care of my children. So I finally learned to find little things when I get little breaks from being sick, and I started focusing. I wasn't able to crochet because my arms were literally so tired all the time, and crocheting is a way to kind of keep my mind off things, and so I wasn't able to crochet. So I started a couple weeks ago cross stitching because that doesn't require as much holding and arm strength. with lots of little breaks with cross stitching. So I started focusing on other things that I could do to try to take my mind off everything. So I've been trying to find light in this horribly dark time. Another thing I've learned is that we have way too much stuff. I've learned that we have way too much stuff. That our house becomes a mess almost instantly after my husband helps clean it, and I decided that enough is enough. I've been researching minimalism, which I am not minimalistic and will never claim to be. I've been doing more research on a cozy minimalist that has things, and I don't feel guilty about it. So I've started researching more about that, and I've decided that it's time for me to do a huge purge in my life and keep only things we love in the house. I'm tired of cleaning. I haven't even been cleaning for a month, but I'm tired of the house getting to be a disaster. And so I'm really gonna try to get our house to be a home again, because it's been a nightmare. It has been a nightmare for me. So I am now almost 13 weeks with this little baby. I'm due February 27th. Which we will not be finding out the gender of this baby because it's my last baby, and I don't care what I end up with. I am happy just to have a baby, and I will not do this again. I, may have been on the fence before. I pretty much said I don't want any more after 3, but now with getting this sick, I couldn't imagine doing this again. So kudos to those women that have AHG during every pregnancy. For some reason, I only had it during this one, and it's been an eye-opener to me, how sick your body can really get just trying to survive. I have made it down to my pre-pregnancy weight, which that's when I was working out all the time and eating healthy, mainly because I just am so nauseous all the time. I can barely eat, and I can only eat certain things. So I'm actually starting to pull out where I'm having a few big glimpses where I'm not super sick. So I'm really gonna fight to do some things. My goal is to tackle a few little projects. Actually, they're huge projects. Knowing me, they're little projects. They're gigantic projects. And I'm gonna see how far I can get with them. But I'm gonna show you my house, which I'm so not proud of, but there's nothing I've been able to do about it. But I want you to see the realistic part of what it's like to be so sick that you can barely care for your family. I have a wonderful husband who's been doing great, but he also works full-time, and so he's doing the best he can. But this is where I'm at, and it's not what I'm happy with. But so if you know someone that has hyperemesis and gravidarum, HG, I would highly suggest offering them help, because not even offering, just doing, because sometimes they won't accept it, and sometimes they just need help. So this is where I'm at in my life and how much of a mess I'm living in. So this is my bed, which yesterday was the first time it was made in over a month, because most of the time I am in it or sleeping very late. Yeah, there's just things everywhere. This is the reality right here. This is cold cereal that Jamie was eating. And that's what he has often, because it's something I don't have to try to sit and feed him or clean him up after, so I don't have the energy to. So vacuuming, I've also not been able to do. Yesterday I actually cleaned the bathroom. It was filthy. So my bathroom's not horribly bad, thankfully, because I just couldn't handle it anymore. So my house. This is accurate to our lives right now. Dishes are always full, and I have a hard time doing dishes because of the bending over to put them in the dishwasher. So dishes have been really, really hard for me, but I'm gonna try to build up my strength to be able to do it. We've got stuff that needs to go out to our chickens. Laundry, we've literally been living out of laundry baskets because I haven't had the energy to put laundry away. So that's life. Garbage needs to go outside. This is actually the cleanest my countertop's been in a while, so this isn't horrible. All the meds I'm on, all kept in one basket so I don't lose them. Okay, this is my table, which is constantly has stuff on it, things on the floor. I got underwear on the floor, don't know why. This Porter dumping out things everywhere. I mean, just everywhere. There's just constantly toys out. There's constantly a mess. So it's been rough. The books are most of the time like this. Jamie's room usually has stacks of diapers in it. I need to get a better way to have all the diapers cleaned. And this is Porter's room. I mean, just everything. Yesterday he came through and dumped out buckets of clothes in his closet because he's just been so bored. There's Jamie. Jamie's doing okay with all of this. So he's just an easygoing little dude. But yeah, Porter's not enjoying being trapped in our house. So this is it. This is what I'm living in and what I'm struggling in every day. So I'm gonna slowly work on decluttering my life so that we don't have as much stuff, because I'm sick of being sick all the time and I'm sick of always having a messy house. So I'm gonna push through and try to clean as much as I can. And I'll probably have to take tons of breaks, but that's where I'm at. This is my life for a minute. And it's not perfect, but it's what I got.